Hello students, this is Amardeep Singh, your computer teacher, and today we are going to continue with the same chapter, Cascading Style Sheets. And in this session we discuss about background properties. These properties are background color, background image, background repeat, and background shorthand property to use background property in a single line with all values. First property that we will discuss is background color. The background color property specifies the background color of an element. That means we can use this property to apply background color with any element. So the color is specified by again three ways. One is by name, one is by hexadecimal value, or you can specify RGB value by using RGB function. So let's start how we can use this property. Uh, if you want to specify the background color of this h1 tag, you can also use h1 background hyphen color colon red. Then now you can see you can change the background color of a particular tag only. Even in the same way, you can also change the background color of paragraph, background color of h2 tag. If you want to define a background color for body, then body inside this background color column yellow. Now you can see the background color of the body has been changed. In the same way, you can also define the background color of any other element available inside your web page. For example, if you want to change the background color of h2, then you can also specify like in this way. So that's all about how we can use background color property. Next we are having background image property. The background image property specifies an image to use as the background of an element. You can use background property, background image property with paragraph, with the h1 tag or any other tag, or you can also apply background image on the complete body of the web page. You can assign value to a background image property by using URL function. Inside the URL function, you have to specify the name of picture. Then you can specify any image like GIF, JPG, PNG, or any other format. So let's start how to implement the property. First of all, you have to specify background hyphen image colon URL. Inside the URL function, you have to specify the name of that picture. You have to copy that image into your folder. Uh, like I'm having this image abc.jpg inside my folder, so I'll specify abc.jpg. I specified this image as a background image for the body tag. So if you will refresh the page, then you can see the image has been applied as a background to the web page. If you will write the same for h1, then that background image will be applied as a background for h1 tag. Now you can see the image is not fully visible, but that has been applied. So that is depending on you where you want to apply that image. as a background. So that is all about how we can use background image property. Next we are having background repeat property. By default, a body image is repeated both horizontally and vertically to fill up the whole space of the element. However, we can control this behavior by using the background repeat property. So that means when you will apply an image as a background to some element, then that image will be repeated horizontally and vertically, horizontally in this side and vertically to fill the blank area of that element. So if you don't want to repeat, because we are having only image of this size, and the system to fill up the blank area automatically repeat that image in the background. So if you want to control this repetition, then we are having this background repeat property. So we are having four values for this property. One is no repeat. The image will display only once, that will not repeat the image again and again. Then next we are having a repeat X. The image will repeat horizontally only. Then next we are having a repeat Y. That means the image will be repeated vertical only. Then repeat, the image will repeat in both directions. So repeat is the default value. There is no need to specify repeat as a value to this property because that is the default value. If you will not use this property, then the repeat value will be automatically implemented. So that's all about background repeat property. So let's start how we can use background repeat property. We have applied, we have implemented the image in with body tag. So we will use this property background hyphen repeat column no hyphen repeat. This property can only be used where you have implemented background uh, image property. Without background image property, if you will use this property, then it will be useless in that situation. So I have specified no repeat. Then the system uh, set it as a background only once. Then if you will use a repeat hyphen X, then you can see now the image is repeated horizontally only. Then if you will specify Y, then it will repeat the image vertical only. If you will specify repeat, then it will repeat on both sides, but there is no need to specify repeat because that is the default value. So that is all about how we can use background repeat property. Next we are having background shorthand property. To shorten the code, it is also possible to specify all the background properties in one single line. This is called a shorthand property. For example, if you want to specify all the values like a color, background image, repeat in one single line, then you can also assign all these values simultaneously using a single property, that is background. So let's start how we can use. For example, here we are using background color as yellow, background image, that is abc.jpg, and background repeat no repeat. And this one is the output of, here we are having image which is not repeating again and again. Then background color is yellow. So if I can replace all these properties with a single property, that is background, that is the shorthand property. So I have specified a value like, let's suppose I'm going to specify pink. Pink is the background color, and this one is the background image, and this property will specify that image will not repeat itself. Then save it and refresh the page. Now you can see that a single line replace all those 3 line code in this statement. So this when you will use this property, this background property, to set all the values in using a single line, then it is known as shorthand property. So that is all about how we can set background by using background property, background color, background image, or background repeat. We can set by using all the properties of background. So if you people are having any kind of doubt related to these properties, then feel free to contact me anytime.